only take one shot for a nigga to be gone. But the clip longer than a 90s theme song. When the tables turn, you switch side like ping pong. Now we at your door with the rings like ding dong. I ain't with the talking, I pull up on you just by myself. Hop about the car with something big, a Keela F. Fourth quarter fame, you know my name is nothing else. Empty out the clip, then disappears, nothing left. Magazine on me cause a nigga an icon. These shots throw back at your apple like iPod. You feel it?
Like, comment, subscribe.
You as a man, what's your views on that? What are your boundaries?
Me personally, I'm not really with the male friend in a relationship. Like, if you like my girlfriend or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I really
Hmm.
don't care for that. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying
Hmm.
it's impossible. But what I'm saying is,
Hmm.
from past situations that I have been in,
Okay.
I choose to sustain from that, from having been in a relationship where the woman has a male best friend, because it's just a little too much for me to handle. Each person is different and can handle different things differently.
Okay.
But for me
Hmm.
particular, no, I don't really care for that.
Okay. Hmm.
How you feel about it?
So, um, I'm pretty cool. I don't know. I guess it depends on the level of respect. Um, just be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's somebody you slept with, that ain't gonna work. Um, but for the most part, if you come straight up like, "Hey, this is my best friend, such and such," or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I'm a peep the vibe. I'm a know because I'm a woman, so I'm a know if it's just okay. This is genuine. This is my people, or it's like, damn, I'm in love with him type of thing. I don't want that kind of scenario for me. Um, so I feel like it's all about the respect and the boundaries and how things are presented. But so many people feel the need to lie. That be the problem. That be the problem. They just come in lying. Oh, that's my best friend, ain't nothing like that. That knowing that you had some type of history with this person. That's what causes the problems. Because people just don't tell the truth about what really happened, or if the person even had feelings, like just be straight up. But I feel like, it depends on your relationship, how you communicate, what boundaries y'all set of creating your own rules, because everybody is different. Some people can handle that. And like you say, you're one who can't. So I'm the type of person, I give you enough rope to hang yourself. So yeah. Um I'm pretty much in the middle when it comes to it.
Yeah, so it's just one of them things. It's very situational. Uh,
It definitely is.
I don't feel like it's healthy for the relationship. Like, I feel like the friendship has to really make sense. Like,
Right.
nowadays everybody, oh, that's my
Hmm.
best friend. Like, everybody your best
Right.
friend. But I feel like it has to be
Right.
real situational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't
I
play with
agree.
the other person and waste the other person's time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That part. Right. I totally agree with you on that. So that's what I said, communication and boundaries. And that be your problem. Don't be being truthful about it. They just start off with a lie and they keep running with the lie. Like what I wouldn't do if I know I had a dude best friend who, was up with me, or we had some type of connection, like he would have to understand, like, yo, I can't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get at you from time to time. Social media ain't no love lost, but I can't disrespect my partner. You know what I mean? That's not fair to my partner. So, if it's one of those situations where I know we had an encounter, like, no, I'm not presenting that, because I'm thinking about how I would feel if he did that to me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like that. So, mm-mm. But I hang around a lot of gay males, so I ain't got to worry about that too much. So I ain't worrying about that. But
They be plotting too.
yeah, I mean, shoot, they can't have nothing that ain't with it. So, I
Yeah.
mean, look, it is what it is. I'm not worrying about them.
So what if
I ain't worrying about that person. What?
so what if like
What is
so
what?
a lot of people like be no, I ain't on that. I'm just saying like, like females always got male best friends. And some males
Hmm.
have females best friends, but let's just be honest. If it was more dudes that have female best friends, how many women you think is really going for that?
They not. They not. It depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends on a person. It depends on the female because some females just be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? They be doing too
Mm,
much. But if the male know that this is an issue or this person has feelings for you or has had feelings or some type of encounter has happened, that need to be known from the rip. That be the problem though. Or some because if a female just starts feeling something is already there. Or maybe she's coming to the realization like, damn, I'm really in love with this person. I want to be with this person. Or whatever the case may be. So it's just so many different dynamics, of it that yeah, that's hard to um really say. It just depends on the people and their different scenarios and what works for them.
yeah, I feel like I said, people overuse that term. So like, if it wasn't an overused term, then maybe it would be, it'll be better. You know what I'm saying? But it's like people don't water down the term so much. It's like, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
But that's
Yeah.
just like something simple. It can always be deeper than that, but it just
Hmm.
for my thing is like sometimes people be like, oh well, they just like to check up on me, like like I don't. How you feel about that? Like you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, things can be done with respect and boundaries. People only do what you allow. And like I said, that's a conversation that you would have to have with your partner because you do, at the end of the day, their comfortability and how they feel comes first. I do have a male best friend, and we've never done anything, but it's always been a love there. You know what I mean? We haven't done anything, and he's in a full relationship, and I respect that. Like, I'm not coming on none of that type time because that's who he's with, and I love him. So I respect his relationship, and I respect them as a couple because that's who he loves. My loyalty lies with him, and I care about him as my best friend. I'm going to respect his boundaries and his woman. I ain't doing that. Whatever we thought we could have had when we was kids, it never happened, so it wasn't meant to be, and that's just that. But if he need me, you know what I mean. I'ma be there, but I'm always fair. I'm not one sided. I'm not a one sided person. So for me, it's definitely respect and boundaries. With them, I barely talk to him. He may hit me up every now and then, or I may hit him like hit him up on social media if he posts something or he posts them. I'm liking it. I'm loving. You know what I'm saying? But it's boundaries and it's respect. I have a lot of respect for him, which means I have to have respect for her too.
Most definitely.
So if she, you and then if he was a hey, this thing, this my bestie, whatever, whatever, you know what I mean? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Whether he introduced me or not, that's not important to me. As long as he's happy, that's what's important to me. I don't need to be on the scene. You know what I mean? You just know what it is. He good, I'm good. I know he all right.
So you would
Everything else is
automatically fall back
extra.
when knowing it ain't knowing that your friend is in a relationship, you will automatically fall back.
Yeah, because I respect the boundaries. Yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? That has to be something between them. Like, I'm not gonna feel no type of way if she's like, well, I don't really want y'all, because that's her right to feel how she feels. That's his right to feel, vice versa. So I'm not overstepping them boundaries because I have respect for my best friend, and I get it. I know my place in his heart is, you know, irreplaceable. You get what I'm saying? So that don't matter. But when he's in a relationship, that's his focus. I'm always gonna be his best friend. That ain't never gonna change. He don't have to talk to me every day. I know he's okay. But if he ever call me for advice or something, I need both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Okay,
and they know that.
so it's good you said that, so we can move on to like a
Mhm.
next part of that. How do you feel about? Do you think that's really okay that your best friend asking you about stuff in his relationship or telling you personal stuff in his relationship? Do you really think that's okay?
Um, Now it depends on because everybody needs somebody to talk to, but you have to be careful of who you talk to. Now, if I was a woman, a best friend of his who was solely jealous and against her, then of course not. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be the best person to talk to. Why would I mean? Come on. But because I'm not, and he knows this, I'm not. I stay very, I stay in the middle. I stay on middle ground. Um, because my thing is, you can't just blame her. You know what I mean? What part did you play too? So, and even in certain situations where if he's wrong or she's wrong or whatever, I keep the middle ground because I want to see him happy. I want to see them work. So it just depends on who you
You
talking
think it's
to.
okay though for your male
Um,
best friend to be like, hey, she doing this, she getting on my nerves, she doing that, or what you think about this, like to bring his personal relationship problems to you.
um, because of who I am, yes, it depends on the person. Like it depends on the person. But he knows I'm fair, so he feels comfortable because he knows I'm not going in on her. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to break them up. It's the people that's trying to, if okay, if your girlfriend got a do best friend and you know that that's her ex or something like that, that's a red flag right there. No, no, and no.
Yeah.
But that's not my intention. So it's really knowing the person that you vent to because you have family members that's like that.
So how would you feel
So,
if I'm and I want you
mhm,
to I know you what you saying, but how would you feel if your man was going to
mhm.
somebody else about y'all problems and it wasn't a family member, so it was his female best friend?
Okay, so let me ask this. Am I easy to talk to? Do I take accountability? Do I listen to him?
No, listen, you're not the friend
Like
now.
I, I,
You're not the friend. You the girl.
I know I'm not the friend. I know. That's what I'm saying.
But that's do
Because
you?
this is another.
But listen, I'm just
This is.
saying. Do you think that's okay? Yes or no?
I
You,
do. Yes,
that he can
I
go to
do.
his female best friend. That's okay. Yes or no?
I do. Yes,
That he can
I
go to
do.
his female best. Oh my God! I was reconnected. That shit acting real crazy. Like my guy. Hold on. All right, say something.
What's up? What's up? What's
All
up?
right, yeah, all right. So we back live. So
Oh,
yeah. So like I was saying, what for me personally, it was the like you actually telling my business to another man, or you feeling like the problem is bigger than us to where you had to go outside of the head of the household to talk to another man. You know, I feel
hmm.
like it should be something we should be able to fix. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So is it just in general, right? You just feel like
I'm not
that
speaking
in
about
general,
like I
whether.
said, like if a person you can't talk to them. I ain't
Mhm.
talking about them people. I'm saying everything is good. You know what I'm saying? And say as soon as a situation come up,
Yeah.
you feel like you have to go
Hmm.
outside and talk to. You know what I'm saying? to an outsider.
Hmm.
Like I feel like
Okay.
like nah, keep whatever y'all got going on with y'all, but you ain't gotta be putting all our business to them. Like we gonna figure out what we got going on. You feel me?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well. And that's your right to feel how you feel.
That's just how I feel. Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
This is that's
You
one
talk.
reason why I'm glad we put this show together because we both have
Yeah.
different point of views and that's what makes a great show. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Okay. So, um,
because I feel some type of way, motherfucker. Like yeah, this nigga don't know how to save money or this nigga don't. You know what I'm saying? Like hold on.
yeah. Yeah. Now, don't, like I said, I know for people, sometimes they need that healthy medium, and I do be that healthy medium, because it's needed sometimes. But I'm always fair because, like I said, I just don't be being one sided, and I ain't trying to destroy nobody's relationship. It's just not what I do. But like I said,
And one reason
but
why I
if it's
don't like that, not to cut you off, my apologies.
go ahead,
One reason I don't
no, you
like
good.
that, it feel like then how if that person is really truly genuine, that person's friend, then they're doing that and
Mhm.
having those type of conversations about you. That's not healthy. It's gonna make the other person feel some type of way about you because that person is
Mhm.
telling you that one sided story to that person, to their best friend all the time. You feel me?
Right,
Now,
and
if
but
now
don't.
y'all do try to kick it, motherfucker looking at you sideways, or all they know is what they heard about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for that.
Yeah, but see, I don't do that. How I do it is, I'll say, let me talk to them. Let me talk to them because I need to hear their side too, and then I hear both of y'all. So that's how I do. I hear everybody's side in it.
Yeah,
I don't want to just talk to you. I want everybody's side, and then we can go from there with it.
yeah,
So yeah, because I do, and I do it a lot. I'm like, let me, what's their side? And then, and because they know that, they'll be like, hold on, let me get him on the line, or you know what I'm saying, or
hmm
something like that. And then they'll be like, okay, let me, and I hear them out, and I would say, well, this is what it is. Boom. So yeah.
yeah. Well, that's actually cool. All right, we can move on to a
Oh,
little different topic. That's something that we can
oh,
always go back to.
yes. Go back
Uh,
to definitely. Um. So let me ask you about this. Do you feel like a lot of women take accountability?
I mean, you know the answer to that. Like most men, we feel like women have no accountability whatsoever. Like you know, so no.
Yeah.
My answer is no.
Mm.
Like
No.
some women are, you know what I'm saying, but some women aren't. You
Uh-huh.
know.
Okay. 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 I hear a lot of men talk about how they'll meet a woman at her lowest point and they'll deal with her to stay with her, help her get up on her feet, whatever, be that man. But when the roles are reversed, women, they don't do that. They'll look at him and say, oh, he's struggling. I ain't trying to, you know.
Yeah.
What's your views on that? You totally agree with that.
We see it every day. Like we see it like women prioritize a lot of women like to prioritize money over
Hmm.
relationships or even over everything. Like it's about money. They're already basically saying they're not going to get with a broke dude like that. Like it's not going to happen.
Hmm.
Like not the type of women we are talking about. So yeah, of course they're not willing to go and struggle with you. I mean, it's women out there that's like that, but the majority are not willing to go through the grind with you and struggle with you. But a man will, like a man will, talk to
Hmm.
a woman at her lowest point or fresh out of high school or
Hmm.
fresh out of college or, you know what I'm saying? They would
Hmm.
get them and, basically save them, sort of say, like, you don't got to pay for nothing and you can do this or you can work if you want to or you don't have to. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to do
Hmm.
that and women get saved. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to be financially stable. They can be fucked up. Like long as she is very attractive, and long as it's, she feminine. Yes, a man will get her. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yes, you
Mm,
are absolutely right. Like, you know, some women will stay down with their man when they fucked up, but it's rare. And a lot of women, if they is gonna do it, they are messing with other dudes. They are definitely. You know what I'm saying?
mm, damn. Yeah. Mm, wow. It's the sad truth, though. It is. It really is. Mm, okay. Well, ladies, y'all heard how he feel about it. Y'all can tap in, give y'all opinions about it. Men too. I want to hear from everybody how they feel about that because it is a fact. It is. I have to agree 100% as a woman.
I mean, I done been in situations where women was staying down with me when I was in a come up phase. You know what I'm saying? But they
Hmm.
also was in a come up phase too, though. So it kind of made more sense. And then even then, when situations arose where it was other people, other males with like money or better situations, you can kind of see the gleam in their eyes, or the you know what I'm saying. You can see like you can see them fail, like you can see them fail mentally to where they really want that. That's really what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So at the end of the day,
But see,
that's
go
not
ahead.
gonna work.
Well, it depends on the woman. Um, because I have been, in a situation where I stayed down with a person who didn't have, anything, and we did some, we did okay together. Um, but even for men too, they can get a little googly eyed themselves, and a woman could stay down with you and help you out and be your backbone as much as possible, and then when you come up, you'll leave her. You forget all about her, and then a lot of us women, we prepare them for the next woman. We made them into who they are for the next woman. So that's why you do have some women out here who do feel a way about that kind of stuff. Because they feel like I was down with you, I held you down, and as soon as you got up, you forgot. So it does go both ways. It just depends
But
on
how
the
often
person.
does that happen though? Let's just be real.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about how often does it happen. It does happen. It does. But I will say that unfortunately, y'all do get the short end of the stick with that. You know what I mean? I have to be fair and say that y'all do. I just been on that short end, so I know. You know, but that green grass theory, jump your ass over there, it's a pile of shit. So you get all googly eyed looking at this man and what he got, and not stand down with the man that you had, but you don't know what that man going on, and you don't know what type of man he is. Okay, he can pull up in a nice car ahead. That's all his stuff. He might be whooping your ass. You don't know. So you can't just be so quick to jump shit either. Because everything that glitter ain't gold.
But at the end of the day,
So,
most people see the now. You know what I'm saying? And so, especially a lot of these women, they see the now. Like they don't really see like the future. Like you have a lot that do now. It's more getting to that point where women are preparing more. But most women, they do plan, but they plan for like, how can I say
right
this? Like they
now.
plan for like what can they get, or stuff like that, or
Mm,
like just they plan for
okay.
like just situations. They don't really plan for like the future. You know what I'm saying? Like if that makes any
So,
sense.
yeah.
They playing me
Yeah,
more
some are just
like
looking at right now
I'm a f him. I'm gonna
what
do
I can
this. He
get
gonna
right
pay
now.
me.
Right.
Yeah, like that's more
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
plans. You know what I'm saying? As far as instead of like I'm gonna stay a man, we think more like, okay, I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna get that. And then women do think like that a lot sometimes too, but they have to go through shit to make them realize like, all right, that's not gonna work. So now I gotta take it slow and plan like this. And if they don't feel like that, they not gonna do that. They gonna want that fast money, and they just, especially if they pretty and they got a nice little body, they not finna do all that. They're gonna do what they got to do to get what they need to get. It is what it is.
And guess what? But that only lasts for so long though. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, things change. And if you thinking that you being pretty and your body is gonna, get you anywhere, then you in for a rude awakening, because that's not reality. Because guess what? He gonna want the next young thing coming in after you, because you was only good for what you was good for. Yeah, you dress nice, you look pretty and all of that, but what are you bringing? What can you offer? Niggas can get they can listen. You know what? You gonna give them some head, some ass, and what? That's what they get that from anybody. What are you actually bringing? What do you think of yourself? What are you trying to bring as a woman? But I guess it's different strokes for different folks out here. But that don't last. That don't keep a man's attention. So I mean, I guess today's era is everybody looking for help. I'm not gonna say everybody. Some people are looking for help, whether male or female, because men be trying to use women as come ups too. So it just depends on the people.
Yeah, especially when it's on
Nobody's
the come up,
looking.
it's like it just depends on the person when it, like you said, like,
Yeah,
cause there's people that'll come up on the same sex too if they can, like motherfucker trying to come
yeah,
up, they just
yeah.
trying to come up. You know
They
what I'm
just
saying?
trying to come up. They don't care. But see, I look at the long term effects, and like I don't mind having somebody that I'm starting, from the ground with, and we building together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna build character for both of us. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. You know,
Yeah,
but I also gonna have my own set rules and boundaries too, just in case.
most
I mean,
definitely.
it is. You gotta have that. So.
Well, I guess we can move on to another topic. I got one that I was thinking about.
Okay.
It was this video I was watching, right? And I'm going to. Okay, so it was this TikTok, right? So on the TikTok,
Okay.
the dude made a little TikTok. In his caption, he said, "I be scared to meet new women. Y'all be so behind on y'all bills."
Mm,
So a lot of women like felt like, very, very. I guess this like, a hit dog a holler, man. Like a lot of women
yeah.
kind of got salty about this, and they started leaving a lot of comments. So you had some women that left some comments. So one comment, I'm gonna read. I'm just gonna read some of these comments, and then we can talk about it. So one comment,
Okay.
Yella Jackson, she says, "That's the game. Ain't no laying up for free." That sounds like a prostitute to me, but okay. And then another one say, Triple Threat 611 says, "I be scared to meet new men 'cause they might need a place to stay and a ride." And that got
Mm,
10.4K thousand likes. Then somebody else said, Sonya Winter
mm,
said, "I be scared to meet new men 'cause they be in love with other men." And that got 6,000 likes.
mm.
Then another lady said,
Sheesh.
Miss Gibbs 93 said, "I be scared to meet new man. They be single but living with their wife." And the creator of the
Mm,
post responded. He said, "But y'all still be dealing with them, and that be the extra help y'all need." All right, so yeah, that was clever. All right, so 4 Brand, she says, "I be scared to meet new man who always talking about money, cause that mean he doesn't have any in real life, huh? He doesn't have any in real life financially stressed out." Well, I don't know how she typed that, but all right.
Okay.
We're gonna read a couple
Hmm.
more. Patty Betty Mills says, these names are killing me.
Her name.
She said, "I be scared to meet new man. They don't even know what a bill is. Live with mama." What? Okay.
Okay.
Boss Nay. "I be scared to meet new man 'cause they live with they BM 'cause they kids there." Okay.
Mm, okay.
And then another female says, I can't pronounce her name,
Mm-hmm.
Latoya Carly. She said this is the best.
Mm-hmm.
She said this is by far the best comment section ever. Like, why is this the best? Cause all the I don't. Uh, another
Oof.
Shay Shaky Renee. I hope I'm saying that right. She says, "I'd be scared to meet new men because they claim they want a woman but are secretly in love with their homeboys."
Mm.
What?
Sheesh. I mean, well, I mean,
Somebody said. Somebody
oof.
said. Comment. Stace. Stacinka one says comment section is comment sectioning.
Ugh. Tastes- All right.
And last but not least, one female said, charge it to the game or your debit card, either one. What?
Okay. I
So,
guess she's basically go ahead.
I mean, that was, I don't know. I mean, you
um,
can expound on that, like,
mm, I mean, everybody got their, everybody got their different point of views. Like,
I'm just saying, like,
I
that's
mean,
crazy though. Like, he couldn't even like make a TikTok and have a little caption without them eating them up like that. Like, so my whole thing is it's not about my topic on this situation isn't actually about the topic of the caption of the TikTok. My topic on this
mhm,
situation of I feel like why is it that if when a man says like, oh, no, can't
mhm,
even do this because women, and like we can't never do that. Like soon we say something about a woman, or your hair is this, or your the makeup, or we can't. Soon we say one thing, we get chewed up like instantly. Like we can't even say nothing about Lizzo weight without getting chewed up. You know what I'm saying? But but why is it if a female can be like, oh, I don't mess with broke ass niggas, oh, bum ass nigga, oh, this, oh, that, they can go ham, like they can do whatever, and you won't even see too many dudes under their comment section. You won't see that.
mhm,
You won't see a lot of dudes under their comment sections, like actually like going in on them like that, like, oh, be this, be that, or you might see it here and there, but not really. But if a man say something about a woman, it's like we get chewed up instantly, like instantly.
mhm.
So that's what I want to like talk about. Like, why you think it's like that?
Um, because men are finally starting to speak up, and that's the problem. You guys really have a voice. So it's like, okay, well, now that he's saying how he feels, everyone, feels targeted. But why? If that's not true, then you shouldn't even be writing a comment. Why you feel some type of way? I'm not. I wouldn't even jumped on there and made no comment, to be honest with you, because I'm like, that's how he feels. That's his right. Like, why am I offended? But some of them, they just feel the need to go in there and start bashing the men. But sometimes you got to look at yourself too. You pick these men. We see the red flag. We pick these men and we make it so we can change them, or we know that he may not be, who we say he is, but oh well, the dick is good, or he eat the box good, or whatever the case may be. And then you find yourself in these predicaments, but you got to blame yourself too. A lot of women be knowing these men be having wives and stuff sometimes, because sometimes we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to pay attention. Stop trying to be so quick to, oh, let me see what he got his bag, his bag. You got to be paying attention to his character. You got to be watching his body language, his mannerisms.
And they trying to watch the
That's the
bag
stuff
and
you
fuck
be
around
looking
and get
for.
sick.
Exactly. There you go. That part. So you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But you know, and you're right. A lot of the women will come out the woodwork to go ahead, and it's like, for what? Your personal experience is your personal experience. Okay, if they're saying that, whatever he was saying about the bills or whatever, um, this is what's been presented though, because a lot of times, you do have a lot of women who are behind on their bills, or they're not prioritizing right. You know what I'm saying? And you may have, and that goes back to, you may have a guy that may come in and be like, you know what, I like her, I'm digging, I don't mind helping her, or whatever the case may be, which is okay, and vice versa. But unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know why why certain women feel the need to go on there and just go in on the man. Like for me, if it don't apply, I ain't even saying it. Sometimes I just sit back and read and I just reflect on it because I'm just in a different space. So a comment like that ain't gonna bother me. A comment like that'd be like, stay up on your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take it as, oh, I'm tired of dating men that do this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? I picked them. So I gotta hold myself accountable. It's what it is. I'm not sugarcoating for nobody. I'm just being honest.
And then shortly after that, I seen like another female make a TikTok that was like exactly similar, Like she said basically
Hmm.
word the same words, like, "Oh, I was such and such with black men, but they always, like she worded it the same way, but put
Hmm.
her own little 2 cents in it." And I'm just like, damn, we can't have nothing. Like we can't have nothing without them. You know what
And
I'm
you
saying?
guys should, and you should be able to have your voice. And you should be because it's only fair. And keep writing your posts. Keep saying how you feel. It don't matter how nobody feel. And like you said, a hit dog gonna holler. So that's on them. They can get on there and write whatever and do whatever. That don't even matter. He said what he said.
Yeah.
And he also said, and you continue to deal with this kind of foolishness. You know what I mean? That don't mean that's who he is. He just putting something out there that he feels is true. Because when you get with females, well, not all of them. I'm just saying some women or some young girls or whoever, they are like, oh well, you get with me, you got to pay my bills, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. Like, no, he don't. No, he does not. That don't come with the territory right away. You build to that. You build to that. Or you build to taking care of each other if that's where you headed.
That's that's
But
that's that's just wild that we know that we came to the situation. Like at the end of the day, like even if you look like in the '60s, '70s, and all that,
mhm,
you look at how the man always took care of the household, right? So
right,
far as like providing financially and stuff for bills and stuff, and the woman took care of more of the inside part. But
right.
it's crazy because okay, they broke us up to where we argue with each other, or we don't like the opposite sex, or we want to go to a different race. They did their job. They broke us up. You know what I'm saying? As a black community
Hmm.
now,
Hmm.
but still, it's still reverted. It still reverts back to the man providing because now a woman saying, "Oh, I need somebody to pay my bills. Oh, I need somebody to do that." Well, that's what we was gonna do anyway. That's what we've been
Right,
doing. That's what we've been
right.
doing. We've been getting married and taking care of the family. So all you doing is saying something that a real man was gonna do anyway. You see what I'm saying? But you voicing
Yeah.
it, but you sound thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like these women sound thirsty. Like, oh, I'm gonna need my man to do this. I'm gonna need my man to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on.
Hmm.
Like, are we obligated to do that, or are we obligated to meet each other and get to know each other? Which one is it?
That part. Yeah, that part. I feel like, um, yeah, you're just meeting each other. You're learning each other, and you don't have to waste time to, if y'all click, y'all click. If y'all don't, y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? But you never go in a situation like, oh yeah, because I'm gonna get him to do this and I'm gonna get him to do that. Like, you starting off wrong, so they ain't gonna end well. That because it'll backfire. So I just, me personally, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I just think that, it depends on the mindset, what people want, what people trying to do, what people trying to scheme. I don't know. Everybody got their own way of how they do things.
And
But
so,
I also say don't miss out on a good man because you're so busy out here trying to use people. And it's vice versa. Goes both ways. But we talking more about,
but no,
the
but you
women, yeah,
right though, cause
especially.
we can go straight into that. So, what comes
Hmm.
with this? What comes with this situation? Like when women get to go bashing man, and so forth, and man bash women. Sometimes we just gonna put the weight on both genders for this particular topic.
Hmm.
Uh, People just need to accept that they made the wrong choices sometimes. Like people
That's
just need
it.
to accept that. Like how you just said.
Accountability.
Like people
That's
just need
it.
to be like, okay, hey, I picked the wrong guy, or hey, I picked the wrong
Right.
girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of being in
Right.
denial and thinking like that don't mean that you're the problem. That just mean that
Right.
you just made the wrong choice.
Right. And sometimes those choices help build who you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to, see it like, you know what? Damn, I'm gonna hold myself accountable because I can honestly say that, you know what I mean, in certain situations, I look back and I can honestly say I see red flags. I see certain things, but oh no, I could change them. I could let me do this. I could do this. I could do that. You can't. You can't.
And,
You got to take care of you first. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that
But we know a lot of times we see that and we just,
people like
you
what they
know,
like. People like what they like.
exactly. They like what they like, exactly. But you can't get mad when you know and you see these red flags. You want to say him. No, you played a part in that as well because you seen it and you did nothing about it. You kept going. You kept thinking that it would change. No, once you see it, that's what it is. That's who they are. It's not going to change.
And
So
most
in
people are
those
not going to
moments,
change. Absolutely right.
right. So in those moments, that's when you have to make a decision. Is it worth it? Are you going to pick you first, or are you going to put you to the side to try to change something that could cause you a whole bunch of heartache in the end? It's not worth it. Sometimes the hardest part is leaving somebody that you love. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that they're not right. They're not healthy for you. But people don't, they always want to blame, and you can't. You are part of the problem too. So it's not always all the man's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because we do see stuff. We see it. And I don't know if somebody talking about they ain't see it, we seen it. We just feel like, oh, I could fix him. Because guess what? The last woman couldn't do it. I got this. I could do this. Baby, you can't. Because
And
he just
and
broke it. That's who he is.
and the only thing that
And
kind of
vice
get
versa. And
me,
that's for women
only
too.
thing that kind of get me is like, cause it's double standard. So when a man makes a bad decision, like he can just go leave, or he can just get up and leave. I mean, even if he got a child, he can get up and leave. That's not right though. That's definitely not right. You know what I'm saying? But let's just be
Mm-hmm.
honest. We see it all the time. They still disappear. And the bad thing about when the woman makes the bad decision and they get pregnant, you stuck with the child. You know what I'm saying? So that person has to see the bad decision every day, as opposed of
Mm-hmm.
the dad knows he made a bad decision, but he don't have to sit there and look at the child every day. The mother has to look at the replica image of the dad and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we seen
Mm-hmm.
like bitter people grow real bitter of those situations. That's why younger women, younger man, younger
Mm-hmm.
generation, everybody, our generation, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
People need to realize like and pay attention to the people that you pick to be in your life, or get to know them for real as a mutual
Mm-hmm.
friend, so that way you can really like see what type of person they are over time. And sometimes that doesn't
Right.
even matter. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
just you can't just go be laying down with somebody you think cute, because you don't know this person for real. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
Now you
And them soul
pregnant. Now
ties
he
ain't no joke.
disappeared. Ties ain't no joke. But now he done disappeared on you, and now it's you hate man. You know what I'm saying? Now you hate man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, you need to not hate nothing, but just understand you made a bad decision, and you need to make better
Right.
decisions in life. Like I can speak on this type of thing because I did 10 years in prison, and I did a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things where I made bad decisions, and only way I really was able to move on was to admit that I just made a bad choice.
Right. And that's okay. Yeah. We all do. Ain't nobody perfect. You learn as you go with stuff. You just learn from those mistakes and you just keep it pushing. So, and sometimes, even with the situation you were talking about with women getting with these men and getting pregnant and they don't know, yeah, it happens a lot. It does. But I hold both parties accountable for that. Definitely hold both. Ain't just husband too. Cause you laid up with her, you did what you did. So face it, you running off. The child's still coming, depending on what y'all decide. So I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know what be going on in people's minds. I don't know.
I
So they
mean,
both held accountable for that one.
yeah, yeah, like we just need to, and then us as a black community and friends of and
Mhm.
family members of these people, including ourselves, we need to start being real with each other. Like you need to start telling your
Mhm.
sisters or your brothers, like, look, sis, you chose the wrong dude. Or look, bro, you know damn well you shouldn't lay down and had a baby with that woman. Like we got to start being real with our family members and friends, so they don't need be, so they won't be delusional. Like,
I hear you, and you're right. You can say it, but it depends on if people want to hear it. Because sometimes people don't want to hear it. They're not there yet to accept that. They want to blame shit. So I mean, you could try. I mean, it's worth a try, but you got to tread lightly because the person that get mad at you for trying to correct them, and sometimes you got to let people just walk through the goddamn fire, and you be there to love them when they get out of it, because you do have that.
I
You can
mean,
only do and say but for so
you
much.
definitely like, and I'm glad you said that because I do believe in sometimes I do believe in experience. Experience is the best teacher, but but
Mm-hmm. Go
Picasso
ahead.
said, I'm gonna paraphrase this. Picasso said something like, learn from the learn from the greats, but also learn from their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, it is cool to go through stuff because experience is the best teacher. But if
Mm-hmm.
you can just learn from
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's mistake,
Yeah,
it's just
right.
way better.
Yeah.
It's way better. You know what I'm saying? But we already know that's far and few in between because people are going to go through their own shit and bump their own heads. But if you
Yeah.
can see like, okay, damn, oh, my best friend from high school, she slayed with the wrong guy, and now all she do is complain on Facebook or on whatever platform about her baby daddy. And I remember she was a cool chick, man, but she laid with the wrong dude, and she been depressed ever since, or she been like this ever since. But not holding accountability to where she can move on, like hold accountability that she made a bad decision. And so when you start holding things accountable, you're able to
Mm-hmm.
accept your decisions in life, and you're able to move on,
That's true.
despite
Yeah.
despite what you've been through. And then that's why you still
Right.
see people with multiple kids that's successful, multiple baby daddies that's successful, or you see people that have been
Mm-hmm.
locked up, and you like, damn, this person is successful. How did they? Because they accepted what they did and kept moving, kept it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That is true.
So we actually been going on about an hour here, and like this is our literally our first episode. We want to thank everybody tuning in. We're gonna cut
Yeah.
this one
Thank you, guys.
short. I'm gonna let Sin get her last words in. We're gonna both get our last words in. So my final thought, my final saying, just peace be to all. Us as a generation, and I'm speaking to myself when I do these podcasts. Like I'm also speaking to myself. Like ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We all at fault, so we all fall short. So what I'm trying to say is, us as a human race, and all humans, need to make better choices in relationships, situationships, friendships with the people that we pick to lay down with. Because
Mm-hmm.
some of us live with them consequences forever, and it's
Mm-hmm.
cool if you don't let it affect your life to where it mess up your mental health. Then it's bad when it affects your mental health. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we just need to be conscious of the type of people we lay down with, get to know people more, slow down on having raw sex, because it's a lot of young women out here that's stuck with these babies and they in messed up situations, and then you bashing the man, but you lay down with somebody that wasn't disciplined, or you lay down with somebody that didn't had no plan on taking care of no kid. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is my final thoughts. We as a human race just need to be more careful with who we lay down with, cause we have to
Mm.
live with those choices. You got any final thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, my final thought is I'm big on mental health and self-awareness and self-healing. Do not get in relationships with people if you are not healed. Get the help that you need, and it's okay to say, okay, I am not okay. Um, because sometimes you enter in these relationships and you bring baggage with you on innocent people that have nothing to do with your trauma. And it's not our responsibility to have to fix people. We can love you, but it's not our responsibility to have to continue to fix people, especially for us as black women. You have to take accountability to say, okay, I see that this man is broken. I can lead him to help, but I am not going to sit here and entertain his brokenness. It's okay to say you need counseling. So I'm big on self awareness, self healing. Get what you need to be your better self, to be your better you. But always remember you come first, male or female. Always put you first. And that is my final thought.
Hey, I like that. Very positive. So until next time, fellas and females, and I appreciate everybody that
Yes.
tuned in. I have been,
Yes, we appreciate you guys.
I've been sharing
Hmm.
live, and I see we got a couple likes, and I actually seen it been people watching our live like the whole time. So I really
So we
appreciate that,
appreciate you guys. Thank you.
and we'll have a lot more coming soon, right, Sam?
That's right.
So with that said, thanks for tuning in to the Deeper Acts podcast. This footage will be available on YouTube soon. Until then, you can always replay it on this Facebook. And please like the video. Please share. You can still leave comments after the live. We will respond to your comments. Anything that you want us to talk about, please inbox us or leave us a comment about anything that you would like for us to talk about. And we out.
Yeah.